Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of SASA Archeo Gaming Live, featuring SASA gamers Dr. Kate Minetti, Alexander Vanderwally, David Serrano Lorenz, and Julie Levy, and featuring special guests each week. What is SASA? SASA stands for Save Ancient Studies Alliance. We work to promote the study of the ancient world and engagement with our human deeper past, building a grassroots movement through outreach, collaboration, accessibility, and public scholarship. We work towards our goal of inspiring a wide, inclusive community of scholars, learners, and students. SASA does this through many different projects. We do Archeo Gaming live streams every week. We also have book clubs and partnership streams featuring other ancient studies organizations. We also have an access database with over 1,300 websites, a searchable database of ancient studies resources, ancient studies vocabulary lists on archaeological terms, and we do research on the downward trend and much more. So please check us out. Where can you find SASA? You can search Save Ancient Studies Alliance on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Please make sure to follow and subscribe. It really does make a big difference for us. Some protocol for this live event. Please be kind and respectful. Listen and ask thoughtful questions throughout the event. We'd love to hear from you in the chat box. Please be patient with technology and those administering it. And these Archeo Gaming live streams are on Twitch, and recordings will be posted on our YouTube channel after the event. And there are definitely spoiler alerts. Last but not least, if you enjoy what you see from SASA, such as our Archeo Gaming book clubs and reading groups, please consider becoming a supporter of SASA with a recurring donation. For as little as $3 a month, you can help us to save ancient studies. You can also subscribe to our Twitch channel for free through your Amazon Prime account. We have information on how to do that on our website. And thank you very much all for joining us. Have fun.
It's done.
Oh, look at the hippo!
Yeah, the hippo.
That's cute.
We have a very... the hippo is our mascot. So, yeah, hi everyone. We are back. Let's see if we're audible. If
Yes,
both of you can say something, please, so I can check it.
Hello. Testing.
Tyler, 1, 2, 3, and eeny, meeny, miny.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
good. We're audible. Alright, so hi everyone, thank you for joining, and hi to you who are tuning in. We're back with our second episode of Hellblade today, which we started last week, and today we have a guest with us. We have the wonderful Dr. Sarah Beal with us, who you might know has a chapter, an amazing chapter on this game in the Women in Historical Archaeological Video Games volume by Jane Draycott, which came out 2 years ago at this point already, and David just sent a link of in the chat, so do check that out. Thank you, David, for being here as well. Sarah, for anyone who you might not know you, or if I forgot something, can you briefly maybe introduce yourself a bit to our chat?
Well, hi everyone. I'm really excited to be here today. Hellblade is one of my favorite games of all time, and so I did write an article about it just so that I had an excuse to think more about it and engage with it while I was wrapping up my dissertation and wanted to think about something else. I do have my PhD in Roman archaeology, where I study Roman dining practices, so that's my actual expertise. And now I work at Kent State, so I'm coming to you all from Northeast Ohio with, as I was sharing with Debbie, crazy weather right now, so I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. So I'll start because for some reason this game takes a long time to load, or maybe my laptop is just old at this point. But yeah, no, this is fantastic, and I think we'll go into a lot of things that we didn't really talk about last week as well. About I guess female representation in games, about mental health, which I think we touched upon a little bit last week, but didn't really go into that much depth, because we were struggling with puzzles, and then they take up a lot of our mental energy when we do this. But
that's good, right? That's one of the things that's brilliant about this game is you have to struggle through it, and that's like part of the point, right? Is Senua's on her journey of struggling with her mental health, and so you're getting the right experience then.
Yeah.
Like so, yeah.
And now there's
Yeah.
2 additional voices in my headset that I wouldn't have if I was just playing it on my own. So it's yeah,
Oh boy.
it adds to the experience.
We should just whisper the whole time. That would be add to the immersion.
Please don't.
Sounds
I'll freak out after a while.
Can we use different languages just to make it crazier?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could. Yeah. All right. So
If I could, I would.
Here we are.
back here. So if you remember from last week, we defeated the Valraven. Oh, I see this is already lagging a bit. This is just. I guess my CPU is just completely being overloaded. I'm gonna turn it down to low, I guess.
You've been killing it with the combat in this game. I know you all mentioned it last time, but that was one of the biggest critiques this game gets is that the combat can be a little clunky. You haven't died except for the scripted death, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I lose my credibility as a video game scholar if I die too much in games. But yeah, no. But I like the combat because you said it got some critique, but I think you know it's about what you said earlier. It's about like repetitively doing the same things over and over again as a sort of struggle. As a symbol or metaphor for mental health issues, I guess.
Yeah.
It's quite brilliant. Oh, sorry, Alex.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah. So last week we fought Valraven, this Danish god of illusions, they called him, and now we are going to this gate where we'll find Surtur. Oh, I see. This very laggy on stream. Is that just me or?
No.
Yeah, it is looking.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, a little laggy. Maybe it'll be better once you get going. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe don't run, just walk. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, maybe we have time.
Exactly. If you look to the right, you will see.
Yeah, it's probably because of the setting sun has the lighting effects. I don't know.
Maybe because I'm also sharing this on Discord. Maybe that's part of the why it's because I don't have anything else that's open at this point.
It's running a little better now, it seems.
Yeah, if I walk, it is better if I walk.
Oh, it's a little laggy on the stream, though.
Oh, there's a face in the...
There is a face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true.
Is it?
Is that her mother?
Is that the face that we saw last week as well? Like her mother, yeah?
Oh,
yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Talk to us. No, she doesn't want to.
No,
I don't think so.
It happens, yeah.
You focus? No.
Just letting you know she's there.
Great detail. I like it.
It is very. I'm sorry about this.
Is there anything else? Like maybe if I.
Ray tracing. I don't know if that helps.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Good eyes. Wow, that was good.
Oh, it went back to medium.
Oh, did it? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Your laptop is in rebellion. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now it's it. Okay. So how about it's still looking good even on low, but.
Well, I assure people it's a beautiful game, and if you if you're not seeing it in its full graphics, play it on your own.
No, it's not better. Maybe it's my internet. I don't know.
It might be the internet.
How is it looking on Discord? If that
Discord looks fine.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about Twitch.
Let's see what happens if I use the Wi-Fi instead of the Ethernet, because my Ethernet has been giving problems.
Okay.
Let's see if this is any better. It might be.
This is going to be risky.
Yeah, but it's been well in the past though. But
didn't you use the Wi-Fi last time?
I think so. Because I've been having problems with. The entire region has been having problems with Ethernet. It's
weird.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty weird.
It's not worse.
Well,
it's also not better.
It's so interesting that it's fine on Discord and it's on Twitch where you're having the problem.
You know what? I'll try. No wait, because that'll mess everything up. I think maybe in OBS there's a setting where. Yeah, you all get the behind the scenes now. Let's see, video.
So this is our own version of the director commentary for the
Yeah,
streaming.
I'm sorry about that. David, do you remember anything about the bitrate thing that Adam said?
Give me 1 second.
I think
The
that was a
magic
problem that we
script.
used to have. I think he said something about 3006. Let's maybe check if that does anything.
We're doing some Googling.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go back and see what the hell.
A high bit rate requires more bandwidths and could lead to stuttering, so it could be.
This is. Is it better? Let's see.
I mean, there is lag. No, it's not fluid. No,
No,
it's
this
quite
is the
choppy.
first time we've had that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I mean, we have had whole crashes and breakouts here, so don't worry, man.
Yeah, but this is the first time. Yeah, wait. So go down a little. Does it even do anything? If I.
I'm doing some Googling, so see if I can.
I mean, this is fantastic. Thank you so much.
How beautiful that we are using the guest as the
Yeah.
tech assistant.
I mean,
Like,
I'm used to it.
oh wait, I'm getting attacked now. I walked
Oh.
forward.
Oh, okay. Just focus on fighting.
Yeah.
great sentence. Okay.
Oh yeah, the combat is on stream.
Yeah. No.
Keep on coming. Meanwhile, I can't.
Multitasking, who said multitasking? No, I don't think I have Adam's magic anymore. I think it was deleted from the Slack.
What I'll try is I'll stop the screen share on Discord after this, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just have a slightly delayed commentary.
Yeah. But the subtitles are on, so you'll be able to see the voices.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so I'll go back. No, these are dead. I'll have to read.
We could also actually, why don't you just downgrade? You could also try downgrading the quality of the stream that you're giving us on Discord.
Can I? Oh yeah. You know this better than you should be the one.
So are you interested?
We'll play video games through Discord.
Yeah. Captured. Yeah. See. Wait. Okay. Go live. This. See, everything is just going really slow for some reason, and I don't know, because I literally like turned off my computer and before this. You know, see, this is already the lowest I think it is on Discord. Oh no, wait, I can go lower. Let's see. This is 480.
Ooh, retro gaming suddenly.
Does this change anything? Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. Hasn't it?
I mean, it's more fluid, that's for
It's
sure.
fluid.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
okay
wait,
if you just
now-
need to cut off the Discord.
Oh, but now wait, your webcams are gone. I'm sorry. Let me get those back.
Oh. Well, now it's a
We have
podcast.
become Senua.
Yeah. This is immersion at its fullest.
Transmedia and live.
Oh no, wait. I see what happened. What happened? Yeah, I can just do this. Nope. I guess next time we should start like 20 minutes in advance and here we go. I should get rid of that, and now you should be back.
Hello.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey.
Are you moving? Yes, you
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it freezes for no reason as well, and then yeah. Okay, so it's
for the fun.
looking more fluid, and if it still persists, then we can just stop the screen share on Discord.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so we've been fighting off these enemies here in the searcher level. There's a gate which I'm gonna explore.
Fluid.
What does it say? Does it say anything? Does it we need to find these symbols?
And two symbols.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes.
Okay, so now we need to find those.
And I still hear them.
Our expertise.
And I mean, last time they were here, like right behind us. So, but
Those things look, yeah, they look like they're ready to become symbols.
yeah, these wooden
Yeah.
Yeah.
things, yeah,
From the other side, maybe.
from the left.
So okay, so expert moment. No, this whole looking for symbols or seeing symbols and seeing patterns in the world that aren't actually necessarily there. That's called pareidolia. I had never heard of this before, but that's part of like the schizophrenia, which I didn't know. That's part of the psychosis. One of the psychosis symptoms, and so that's what they're trying to replicate with this focus feature, which is very cool.
Yeah, this is. I mean, the entire game has these elements of like not being able to trust what you experience or hear or see. And that's just.
And you all touched on this, but like the voice is telling you conflicting things, right? Sometimes they're saying to go forward, sometimes they're saying you shouldn't go forward, and you don't know what you're supposed to believe. And yeah.
That's such a brilliant point because normally in video games we are so used to be listening to the hub and to the tutorial and so on, and here's just the opposite experience. For a player, it's just so contradictory, so creative.
And the lack of HUD is also really cool. The fact there is no heads-up display, you don't know what your health status is, you don't know, what's going on. You pointed it out in the first episode with the recharging of the mirror on your hip, where you actually see that recharging if you look at Senua. It's just it's cool because it forces you to really focus on her and her experience.
Exactly.
I think I found.
Oh wait, you had it for a second. Oh, maybe over here. Wait, turn to the right.
Is it right?
Oh yeah.
It's the other Y. It's the Y. Yeah, that Y.
That
but
one.
then you have
Okay, so I go back.
go back.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
Fly, you fool.
Now we're talking.
There you
Yeah,
go.
here we go.
That has to be it.
Yeah.
Hope. Okay.
And now the other one, the N or
N
H,
H.
like.
Then 3 or something like that.
Maybe, but these things also looked.
Too tempting, huh?
Yeah.
I know, but you don't have floating symbol around you, so maybe it's not one of them.
Yeah.
Trying to force a pattern that isn't there.
Let's see.
How do you say?
Yeah.
How do you say the name of this phenomenon of identification of symbols and where they are not there?
I think it's pareidolia. Pareidolia.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
Seems to be the right way.
Okay.
I probably made up the
Okay.
here we
Oh, wow.
pronunciation.
Here we go.
Okay.
And so it's something a lot of people experience this, where they see patterns, right, and you see faces on things, right? Yeah, but it's something that is also quite common for folks with psychosis. So
Yes, I'm Wikipedian here, and yes, that's the reason why sometimes you see a mailbox or something and it looks like a face.
yeah,
One.
Okay, so we found both of the symbols, so now we can go through the gate.
Oh, do we?
Wait. I press which one? F.
Uh,
Okay, yeah.
open please.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Ma'am?
Yeah, well,
Ma'am?
if you play like only once a week, you sort of forget the controls. You start to mingle them with other games.
I knew enough of that.
The busy player mode.
Yeah.
They took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the
I don't know if we mentioned it last time, but the voice acting in this game is quite something. I mean, there are not so many voices, but they work so well to create the environment. I'm really surprised. Fascinating.
So in the development of the game, it's not available online anymore, which is so frustrating. But while they were developing the game, and for like the first few years that the game was out, up until I was writing my article, they had a series of developer diaries, which you can still access on YouTube. And with it, different blog posts where they talked at length about some of the choices they were making in the design of the game, and these things like how they did the voices and everything. And it was cool because it was like this living thing where people were, as they were developing the game, giving live feedback on different aspects of the game. While I was editing my article prior to publication, they changed their website and took it down. So I like had all these like quotes and things that luckily had already written down, and then couldn't go back and double check because I was like, oh, the website doesn't exist anymore. So these are some really interesting things. We'll definitely talk about like the form of Senua. That was a big thing. But with the voices, it's cool because they have these like behind the scenes videos of just like a stationary microphone in the middle of the room and a bunch of people, like a choreography of dancing around the microphone and getting closer and further away from the microphone to like create these audio effects.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow. I wish I could watch that.
I think the videos are still on their YouTube channel, I think.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's worth looking into.
Yeah, this is something like.
And they're.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I think they're also doing developer diaries for the second game. I haven't watched any yet, but I think they're doing a similar thing.
No, it's just like something that we talk about on other streams. It's like how. Ooh, did I just die? No. Yeah. Oh. It's like how game design, different from like movie making, is still such a mystery in so many ways. Like we don't really fully understand like what goes into it. But at the same time, like something like those like documentaries and other games that are increasingly starting to do that, like they give more insight into these things, which I think is only fantastic.
Have you watched? I've only watched part of it. The documentary from the team who makes Psychonauts.
Oh no, I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a whole documentary series on YouTube as well, and that goes into the development of the newest Psychonauts game. It's very interesting.
There's a great documentary on how they made Hades.
Oh, cool.
And so like I watched that like all in a day, and it's like multiple hours of video.
Yeah.
And then I was for the next three days I was like, okay, I want to become a game designer, just based off of those things. Which is probably the wrong motivation to start something like that. But they made it sound really cool.
For anyone interested, I think I have copied the right link for all the playlists in YouTube of the
fabulous
diaries. I think that's the one, and it looks great, and they are a lot. Thank you so much for the recommendation.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it gives you a lot of insight onto like what the intention was behind a lot of different aspects of the game. I also, something worth mentioning, like they worked really hard to make this really respectful representation of psychosis. Yeah. So they worked closely with a neuroscientist, Cambridge, I think. Hold on, I have the name written down somewhere, but anyways, it was either Oxford or Cambridge, and the fact I don't remember probably offends someone, but it's one of the two. But anyways, they worked really closely, and then they also brought in a lot of people who have these lived experiences to ask them about those lived experiences, and also to have them playtest the game and say, does this feel like an honest representation of what you experience, to make sure that they were doing justice to the topic. And I think it obviously shows in the final product.
Yeah, quite so. Yeah.
We need to find the fire.
It's right there.
This part's... I remember this part. There's a lot of fire.
Yeah. But, so I guess we need to go this way. I see that we're still pretty laggy on Twitch, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'll start.
Yeah.
I'll stop the
Okay.
on Discord. I'm sorry about that. But let's see if that makes it better. Oh no, I have to change your webcam. So Yeah. This is not something we've had before, so I do not really fully prepared to equip to deal with it. So I'm sorry. But here we go.
I think we're doing a fine job. We're doing the best we can in this situation.
That is true. So I'll try to get the bitrate a bit higher though now. Maybe 2000 is too low. Let's go to 5. And see how that changes things. If at all. It is very no, not yeah. It is smoother.
It is smoother.
Yeah.
Smoother. Okay, that's
This is
something.
the best we can do.
That's perfect. That's what matters most. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we found some fire. What are we supposed to be doing with this?
Some torch or something? Oh no, focus. There we go.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, well,
Oh, that's fire.
yep. It's on fire. I had to say.
Entire
Sorry.
world is on fire. Run for your life, I'm hearing. Is this a,
Oh, good.
a traumatic memory or something? Or there's ghosts? Or spirits?
I was a little worried the stream would not enjoy the fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah.
Yeah.
Give you the answers you want, but you mustn't look away from the horrors it does.
Hey, Drew.
Truth, yeah.
Suffering.
Hey, there he is.
Truth is the truth, you know now.
You cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it. That's a good line,
Yeah,
Drew.
that is true. You need to deal with it. I mean, or you know, you need to confront it.
He's waiting.
And so there's 2 paths.
How will she get through?
How will she get
You
through?
need to find another way.
She needs to find another way, I'm hearing, so I'm guessing I'm turning around.
Well, but are you paying attention to the voices? Because, you know,
Yeah, maybe I should.
There's always
Let's
Yeah.
see what happens if I go
Find your
this way.
own way.
you just have to find it.
Might as well try it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happen? You perma-die and lose all your progress?
oh no.
Oh, there's another marker here. Let's see what will it tell us about Surtur? Maybe.
The Northmen tell this story.
Oh, good. I have forgotten about this one too.
Yeah. There was
My
a
bad.
world called Muspel.
Because
It was in the south, was bright, hot,
bright,
flaming,
hot,
burning.
flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the
Beal.
body of the first giant.
So it's a story about how
Yeah.
Ymir
is
came
one
to
of
be,
the
and then
lion
how
wolves,
Muspel came to be.
and is now the land of
the fire giants.
And people from elsewhere cannot endure.
I think Surtur is one of the more well-represented characters from the Norse mythology. I think, like with Marvel, Thor, God of War,
Oh, yeah.
Smite. I think Surtur is more well known than certain other characters, especially more than Valravan from last week.
I wonder why. Just because fire is exciting, or
I guess so. It's fire and ice. I mean, it works well with God of War, but another. You need to find another sacrifice. Another fire.
another sacrifice she needs to find.
Follow the path to Surt.
The fire.
And the fire.
Find the
So
fire.
another stone.
But this is one of the things I love about this game is, we're doing this deep dive into mental health, but we're not,
What happens when she finds
they're not telling Senua you need to get better or you need to fix it or anything. They're telling her to literally find the fire, confront it and
Yeah.
acknowledge it and as you go through the game, you realize that it's really a story about
The Northmen
the stigma around mental health and
Yeah.
the fact that stigma is really the problem and not so much,
the fire giants.
yeah,
His name
not so much the mental health itself, right? It's the stigma around it and making sure we can find ways to help people
The Northmen
still live their
lead
lives
to the border of Muspel with his
with it.
flaming
And that's something
sword.
that you mentioned in your chapter
And
as
at the
well,
end
is
of the
that
world, he will
ties
leave his
into
post.
the
Travel
fact
Asgard
that this is a female
and
character,
Midgard,
because
waging war
Yeah.
against all the gods.
male
He will be
characters
victorious.
would have had a different relationship with mental health, or there's more stigma
Yeah.
with masculinity and mental health.
Mhm. Yeah, it's something I find really interesting. So when we think about the choice of a female protagonist, this is something that like I think we're seeing it more and more right now in video games of having more female protagonists. But it is something that we don't have a lot of female protagonists as like the sole protagonist of a video game. And Ninja Theory actually talks about this in their production development diaries, where they say, you know, our original vision for this game was for it to be a female protagonist. And that's part of the reason they wanted to publish third party, is because they were worried a lot of the big game studios won't back a game with a female protagonist because there's an idea that they don't sell as well. And it's probably true that they don't sell as well. And you get a ton of additional pushback with a female protagonist in some really interesting ways. And so I think that they really wanted to have a female protagonist despite the additional challenges that it would present for them. And I do think it has an impact on a conversation around mental health. There's a lot of studies that show that, you know, while we're getting better in general as a society, and I think I have a very American perspective, so I want to acknowledge that as well. But we are getting better as a society about talking about mental health and reducing the stigma and encouraging help-seeking behaviors. But there's still very much a perception that is kind of instilled, especially in young men, that help-seeking behaviors are a sign of weakness. And that's something that's not necessarily as true for women. Like, I think more women feel as though it's okay to go and ask for help if you need it. And I think that's true in a lot of different ways. It's just the socialization that we have. And so I do think that there's something impactful about having a female protagonist to tell this particular story, because our focus is on her, you know, getting the help she needs and confronting these challenges, instead of focusing on like, oh, you're weak, you just need to man up. Yeah, and I think that makes an impact on telling the story.
Like I find mine.
Because didn't this game also get nominated or even win like Impact Game Best Impact?
Yeah,
or something?
Game for Impact. Yeah, and it's really cool. So when as this game, you know, as people were starting to play this game, a bunch of, especially on the Reddit, like subreddit dedicated to Hellblade and everything, you start to see a lot of posts pop up where it's people saying like, you know, I played this game and it helped me think about my own mental health. And then all the comments are people sharing similar stories or supporting each other or encouraging people to get help, right? And hooking people up with resources. And so it created this safe space for talking about mental health. It created a space where people were able to say like, you know, I've experienced similar things, or I realize what I'm experiencing, I also, you know, need to think about it and confront it. I mean, that's incredible that comes out from just a video game. And if you think about games that represent mental health, other games that represent mental health, right? Usually it's like you're calling people insane or mad, or you're escaping from the insane asylum, and you know, it's evil doctors doing evil experiments on people who have psychosis, right? It's very negative representations of mental health. And this game does something completely different. And it says, like, it's okay to need help. It's okay to, you know, need to rely on other people. And it's also okay to have a mental health condition. Like, if there's nothing wrong with you, you're not broken. And I think that's kind of what Senua's journey is really about, is coming to that understanding.
No, you're right. This is not something that we're used to seeing in games, and maybe we also shouldn't take for granted, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's the R. Okay, it's a fire on the ground. And
I think like what we find throughout the game, and sorry, it's like mild spoiler territory. It's like looking at the game as a whole, though. Like it's not ultimately about Senua being a broken person. That's not at all what the game is saying. Like, that's not the commentary it's making on mental health. It's saying that she is a whole person and this is her experience. And that is a fundamental shift as well in how we talk about mental health, which I think is really important.
I think that's remarkable in the way that this game is actually so focused on her, not only as the protagonist going through all the experience, but there is very, very little extra character input. It's her and her experience and her trip. I think that's a master idea in this representation of her process, not anyone patronizing her, telling her what she'll do or what she should do. That's a brilliant conception of this in an epic format, which is a great metaphor to dispose it.
There is nothing they can do to prevent it.
Well,
this game rocks,
now
basically.
Yeah, that's
absolutely. Now we have a title. So.
I plugged in the Ethernet.
What is
so
it? Sorry.
That's better. Yeah. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just trying to see what's the icon, the symbol we have to discover now.
It's like an M type
Okay.
thing.
Alright.
Does this make the stream even worse now?
Oh, and now I have a loading symbol.
Yeah.
Where?
On the stream, it came back,
Yeah.
but it's very
Yeah, 'cause
laggy.
I
Yeah.
just plugged the cable back in, so maybe that will. So this might make it better, but I'm not getting a. I'm so sorry about this.
Oh, don't worry, man.
It's really okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
These things happen.
yeah, they do. Unfortunately.
Hopefully, as long as our audio isn't stuttering.
Let's check. Oh, the audio is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I unmuted for a second and I could still hear us, so that's
Yeah.
encouraging.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay, we're moving again on the stream at definitely 10 frames per second. Oh wait, I'm getting an M signal.
Okay.
Is it some? Wait, where though? Oh, with these. Yeah, here. Now I was gonna say this is also a different way of receiving Norse mythology, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's
Right.
it's quite easy to fall into the pattern of mighty Thor and giants and Ragnarok destroying everything. But this is a more internalized psychological version of that.
With really interesting biases of representations of Viking culture, though, still happening, right? Like
Yeah.
the idea that they're just like these big scary monsters that traipse through and destroy everything, and knowing that that is a stereotype that's been perpetuated, especially by modern media, in representations of Viking culture is really interesting. Yeah.
And surprisingly powerful, even though there is a lot of revision of Scandinavian culture in every other source, but the most popular ones, there you have the big Olaf destroying everything,
Yeah.
especially in England, if possible.
Oh, we're on fire now.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, well, that was scary.
whoa. Yeah.
Is there any failure state with these fire? Like can you? Do they catch up with you? Is it time based or?
Is that spoiler territory? I don't remember there being.
Oh, okay.
So you're fine. Just put around the fire for as long as you want.
Yeah, because I might have just taken the wrong turn. Oh no, wait, we have to go up. Okay.
But that takes away from the excitement of it if I tell you that.
That is true. That's fair. So yeah, the fire will kill us. Is what I
Actually,
mean.
did we die at this part? I don't remember, to be honest.
We haven't yet, so we're still alive.
Doing great.
Don't think.
So I'm curious, Alex, as someone who has spent a lot of time studying video games, what is your perception of the camera angle? This is
Yeah.
clearly a loaded question.
Yeah, because I've read the chapter. But
Well, and also the developer diaries, they talk a lot about camera angle,
Yeah.
so I was curious.
the camera angle, there's two ways to read these things. I generally in games, like I find with something. Okay, was behind us. With God of War, I've had the same thing. That's like I can read it as a meaningful. Element. Sorry, talking and fighting is difficult.
You're okay. I chose a great time to ask you this question.
So there's so you can read it as part of the storytelling, or you can just see it as a sort of game representation, like a more formal thing. And I think from the formal level, it makes sense to have it this way, in that it's a figure-based game, it's a narrative RPG, action adventure. But from the storytelling level, I think I agree with you that it makes you connect with the character more, is that you're seeing everything from her level. It's the character is always on screen, and therefore it's not a first-person game where you're sort of invited to identify with the character. Like this is me. This is we're watching Senua on her journey. This is someone else. This is Senua herself, which is also how the game starts. Like with this is the story of Senua. This is the myth I'm starting to tell. So it makes you, yeah, sort of a spectator of the myth at the same time. I don't know if this answers your question at all. But it's
How does it feel from like a gameplay perspective? Like, do you think it?
Do you think it? What?
Well, like, is it like? I don't know, because it's like basically tank controls.
Yeah. How did you mean? Like it's.
Well, like in order to turn the camera, you have to turn the entire Senua.
Oh yeah. True. Yeah.
Like a tank, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess not really tank controls, but it's
Yeah,
very.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah. You know, that's true. It's.
But. So it's just a question of like, do you think that impacts the gameplay at all, or it seems to not be bugging you at all? Maybe you play too many video games.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, my mind is ruined at this. No, but it's. It doesn't bug me. I think. It is.
That's good. I don't want it to bug you.
There's a. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. It's. Because I can turn around a little bit, but not fully, I think. But it's. Yeah, I think I need to think about it some more, to be honest. And meanwhile, I've climbed up here and I don't know where. Yeah, I should have gone there. Yeah, I don't know. It's...
Yeah, I was just curious. Sorry, I know that was like a very pointed question.
But does it make you feel like different from any other third-person game, or do you feel any strain, or it's just the same?
Again, if I would connect it to anything I've played before, it would probably be God of War. In the sense that you're very close to the character. It's almost exactly on eye level with Senua, maybe slightly
over
over that. It's not like Assassin's Creed where you tend to be more disconnected in a way, like it's further. Oh, I'm not supposed to see this yet. Do I need to do something else? Oh no, wait. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, it does make you feel like you're closer to the character, like you're connecting with her more. I think. So what have the developers themselves said about the angle?
Yeah, they just talk about the like fact that for a third-person melee combat, this is not the typical camera angle.
Yeah.
And so it was something that they were really intentional about, because like this kind of camera angle is most often seen in like a shooter.
Yeah.
I think, right? Like, yeah, where you need to have like the reticule to line up to aim at things. And exactly like you said, right? They were intentional about not making it a first person perspective because they didn't want you to be the protagonist. You're not the protagonist, Senua is. So yeah, but you're right that God of War also is very similar. I hadn't thought about that. Very similar camera angle, which again, the games came out about the same time. So I think Ninja Theory felt like they were changing the mold with the camera angle, but maybe games are heading that way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also so this game has a VR version. Do you know if does it maintain the camera angle or does it move to a?
I do not.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up now.
What I couldn't help noticing in this camera angle the other day is that first it makes a very easy and soft transitions from third person to Senua's eyes, just like now. You are almost looking at her, and sometimes it feels a little bit like these 70s documentaries of some war reporters that were following the troops, like in Vietnam and so on, very 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 close to the soldiers because they have to be very very next to their backs and running with them and walking right behind them. That reminds me of that kind of angle. I don't know if it's
That's
intentional,
interesting.
but brings this memory.
So a quick look at a gameplay video of the VR version. It looks like the camera angle is the same. I can't imagine how sick that would make me.
Wow.
Yeah. There's another game that does that. It's Theseus from 2017, so the same year as this, where so you control Theseus in third person, basically. But I have always wondered how, if you're still engaging within a third person, what is the point of it being VR in a I'm guessing here with the voices it'll be different.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I still think it begs. I don't know. I feel like we're trying to make everything VR because it's the cool technology, but maybe we aren't actually ready to make VR games. I think if it's not intentional for VR, I question why we're doing it. But
I mean, this game in VR, it must be a little bit like not good for anyone unless you are a professional pilot, because wow. Yeah.
Oh, actually, flying games are the worst. Those are the ones that make me sick the most. Like that's just yeah. 'Cause once you lose control of that plane, you're done for like, weeks of playing VR.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, no, that's not something I'd recommend. But otherwise, I mean, there have been a lot of recent advances with VR. Like the new Asgard's Wrath game or the Assassin's Creed VR one. Those are really good, and they use the VR medium in a very interesting way. So I'm a fan of those. But
I love it when a game is made for VR. It's just when we take a game that's not made for VR and we're like, but look, it can be done in VR. It's like, did we need to? Like, you know.
That's true.
Good question.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find this symbol, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm also confused.
Yeah. Because the symbols are everywhere.
Go to your left a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or I meant like, oh wait, I see it now. Okay, that post that's in front of you, that's close to you. That's the long part, and then the P part is the building to the right.
Exactly.
So scoot to the right. Turn the camera to the left. No.
Oh wait.
And now scoot to the left a little bit more. Nope, you went past it again. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah, because there's a lag.
Yeah.
So I'm not touching it anymore. so explain.
Okay, so you want to look at the building that's on the right.
On the right, yes.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm waiting because of the lag.
Yeah. So it's
beautiful.
The tower
so the trusses at the top of the building. That's the angular part of, no, not the tower. Sorry, the lower building.
Yeah, okay.
The house.
Uh-huh.
So the trusses at the top of the building, that's the pointy part of the P, and then you had it for a second. And then that post that's on the bridge with you is the sticky part of the P.
Oh, wow, okay, wow. I would never have found that.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Look, wow, thank you so much.
You like zipped past it for a second, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, epiphany!"
So now these two other ones, which are even less distinct as the P one.
P.
Interesting.
So I'm guessing that the reason for the VR is with the voices. I'm like I think that might change it. I mean, or add to the experience.
You get the same effect just by wearing headphones.
That's true, yeah.
You know? Yeah, I don't know. I also think there was just a push for everybody to put things in VR. And okay, so Ninja Theory, after they released this game, they're now part of Xbox Studio. I don't know if that plays a role in encouraging them to make a VR version.
Has it been announced for the sequel? Do you know?
I don't know.
Neither.
I don't know.
Oh wait, there's another marker here.
The Northmen say that
it's about Ragnarok.
The sons of Muspel will travel to battle
the sequel?
in the ship
the marker.
Sorry. It knew which games were gonna be released. I mean, because apparently it predicted everything God of War would do the year after, so it's very smart.
Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him.
By the way, if you're watching on Twitch, and you're noticing there's a lot of lag, if you refresh, it like picks up to where I am. Or at least it
should I refresh?
Yeah. So, I mean, if at some point like it is, too much.
I have an ad because.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need to subscribe to Save Ancient Studies. That's my bad.
It wasn't my intention to make you watch ads. After.
Good promo. Very good.
Yeah. I mean, this is exactly it though. But. Where am I supposed to stand?
Maybe farther? For an angle or something?
Where? This is exactly.
You need to be upside down. Can you do it from inside the building? I don't know why I said upside down. I don't think you need to be upside down.
Yeah, that would be a mechanic I didn't know.
You didn't know she could do handstands this whole time?
Oh wow! Which button is that? Because now when I look, it's not giving me the option to.
Is it the opposite?
Yeah. It's not even showing the thing.
Huh.
So
That's weird.
Go back and maybe there's like a certain point I need to stand in. Or maybe it's like this one text.
Is there sunlight coming through there, shining on the wall opposite you?
Oh,
perchance?
That's.
Ooh.
Yeah, cause. Oh no, wait. It was just this. Was it just in the edited wrong?
Wrong
Just
angle.
needed a better angle.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I can open this, right?
There is another big topic concerning the creation of this character in this game, and I cannot miss the opportunity to ask you because I remember reading in the oh, okay, sorry, first Max has an interesting question here in the chat. Sorry. So can you see it, Sarah?
Yeah, okay, I'll read it really quickly. Sometimes the attempt to create a certain experience via the POV and control scheme run up against issues of playability. First person isn't as immersive as they hope because it lacks the replacement for sense of body and peripheral vision that third person provides. I can't tell where the character's feet are in first person like I can in real life, but in third person I can see the character's feet. Plus issues with motion sickness. Absolutely, Max. I, as someone who gets motion sick very easily, I firmly agree with that. And I agree, like, I think that there's obviously some mechanical reasons to not put a game in first-person perspective. I think also, though, with the game like this that doesn't have a heads-up display that requires you to see the physical condition of the character in order to understand, like, if you're dying, right, I think it adds to that playability as well, right? Like, making sure that the camera angle that they choose actually allows you to play the game that they've set up. Thank you, Max, for sharing. That's great.
It depends on genre, I think, as well. Like, certain genres are better equipped for certain... Because, like...
fire.
Like, yeah, I'm on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Bird out. Yeah.
I mean, this is horrifying to watch, but yeah.
So, this is supposed to happen, or...?
I think...
Turns out you can die here.
Wait, am I really... Or is it the sacrifice that was required for Searcher?
Not dropping... But do we know who the head is already? Was I about to give a spoiler?
We know. It's, it's,
okay.
Yeah, her partner, yeah.
I'm not dropping Dillian on the ground like that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, this is good.
I'm so sorry.
Like, I like not only the camera angle, but the camera work in general. It's really good.
Everyone.
Yeah, I can't remember we commented it the other day, but I hardly ever you see that your own protagonist, your own main character looks at you in the eye, and that's quite remarkable. It takes this game to another place.
Mm-hmm.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone.
And I think Max is very spot on, because it would have been a very, very out of place invisibilization of the character like Senua, which we are trying to understand and to be relatable if we couldn't see her. Literally invisibilization, I mean. And speaking of devil, no pun intended, I cannot miss the opportunity to ask you, Sarah, because there is this big point here, especially in your chapter, about the development of the very design of Senua. I mean, her body and her physicality. Can you tell us about that? It's an amazing part of this.
Absolutely, yeah. So, first thing I want to do is give a shout out to the actress Melina Jurgens, who plays Senua. She was never supposed to be an actress. She was their social media manager, I think, and they were using her for a bunch of tests to test audio, to test visuals, to test motion capture, and just completely fell in love with her performance. And they ended up just keeping her in the game instead of swapping her out for an actress later on. So, and then she's won a bunch of awards for this game because she's phenomenal. Like, she's incredible. So I just want to give a shout out to her. So the development of a female protagonist, the actual physical development of the character was something that the game developers spent a lot of time working on, and I hope it's okay that I'm going to talk over this fight.
Yeah, please, because I might
Okay.
die.
I'll try to distract everyone. Yeah, so the game developers were really intentional with this because there's a thing with female protagonists in video games, or female characters in general in video games, called the Lara phenomenon, which is the Lara Croft Tomb Raider situation. Have you all heard of the Lara phenomenon?
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially it's the idea, for anyone who doesn't know, it's the idea that when we put women in video games, they tend to just be there to be eye candy, and so you end up having a large certain features of the female form tend to be really exaggerated, right? So a large chest, a large butt, big hips, thick thighs, all that kind of thing, and very unrealistic body proportions, and very often if you're going to be playing a female character, the camera angle is placed in a very strategic way so that you get to look at the female form, right? It's really about sexualizing women in video games. And this is something that the game developers with Hellblade were really careful about and very intentional about, because they did not want to create a game where that was the focus. That's not what the character of Senua is. That's not what she's for. And they wanted to be able to like make sure we're actually focusing on her story and her struggle with her mental health. And so in their like game development diaries, they talk about this. They talk about the fact they wanted to make sure that they were creating a female form that was true to actual real life human beings, and not just a hypersexualized version of the female form. And they also wanted her to be a like powerful character, because she is, you know, she grew up in a society where she would have been very physically active. She probably would have learned to sword fight from a young age, right? All of these kinds of things, and making sure that was part of it. So they go through in their development diaries, and the blog posts that they used to have up on their website no longer do, which is very sad. But they have a series of posts where they talk about this, a very intentional design. And so they show, like, for example, at one point they had a series of images of like just different tweaks to the female form and different ways that you can change the way she stands, like how far apart her legs are, for example, just to make things, take it from like a hypersexualized. So if you have, very often we see even like female superheroes, they're always like their legs are spread out as far as they possibly can be, because that emphasizes certain body features. Versus if you just like close the legs and have a person stand on 2 feet like normal, it removes the hypersexualization, but then also makes the focus on like the strength of the person and the fact they're actually like firmly planted on the ground. And so they talk very intentionally about all of this, and it's really interesting. It was interesting when those posts existed, to read some of the comments throughout where people have really strong opinions, and not all of them very nice opinions about what the developers were doing with this character. Sorry, very big moment. Every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. Okay.
We all fall.
I feel like I shouldn't talk over Druth for a second.
Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you.
Mm-hmm.
I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next, to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready.
Be ready to face horror in the eye.
In the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Okay. Are they done talking, Alex?
They are.
I was like,
Go.
I think it's wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like here, stand Senua still for a second and like just kind of show her stance if you don't mind. You'll see that she's just firmly planted on 2 legs, right? Like a normal human being. Right, and that's something very carefully which it seems so obvious, but is not how a lot of game development is happening. The other thing is they at various times they played with her musculature, and so they at one point showed images of what they were planning for Senua, and people in the comments were like, a woman can't have those muscles, like a woman can't be that strong, a woman wouldn't have shoulders that big and biceps that big and all these kinds of things. And then they ended up bringing in a female fitness model and doing modeling based off her body, and it ended up having broader shoulders and bigger biceps and thicker thighs because like we have this perception that women can't grow muscles in certain ways and all these kinds of, it's very interesting. So all of that to say is that it's something the game developers took really seriously, and as a woman who plays video games, it's just like nice to see that there's some intentionality in that representation. So that the focus of the game is on the story and not on, oh, Senua's so hot, I love to play her, right? Like, that's not the point of this game.
Exactly. Actually adds an amazing layer of realism that, especially because it goes unnoticed. I mean, unless you're really intentionally paying attention to it, it's a character, it's a human being. You are not perceiving the usual tropes of physicalities that is irreal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
And I mean, it's something that we also don't talk about, but it's true when we are creating male protagonists as well, where, again, it's like, I mean, God of War is a great example. Now, to be fair, he is a god or demigod or sometimes a god.
Yeah.
And, right? So, like, it's a different, it's obviously a different situation. Right? But again, we don't create real people. We're creating, like, superhumans. And I think it's cool that they were so intentional to make Senua as much as possible a realistic person.
Yeah, totally. I'm thinking that I cannot think about too many examples of realistic body representations, male or female, in video games in general. Everything has to be exaggerated.
Yes.
I mean, unfortunately, a couple of years after this game, we had the release of Last of Us Part 2, and there was the same thing all over again, with the representation of a more muscular character which then led to death threats to the voice actress, and that was just horrible to see.
Yeah.
Max also shared in chat, there's a difference between a character being attractive and the presentation being about or focused on that attractiveness. And I think that's absolutely true, Max. Like, I think Senna was a good example of that. Like, it's not like she's like some hideous monster, right? But like, that's also not the focus of what we're doing in this game. And so it's a way of like giving humanity back to the character and making that the focus instead.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm thinking about Uncharted, for example, and I mean, we have a muscular but a standard human being that, it's exactly what you expect from the hero, like the physicality enough to make all the adventure. So if we have a female warrior here, whatever is historically or not accurate, that's not the stuff. I mean, you cannot expect her just to be anything else than the body of a human being who is used to physical activity and fighting and standing. So kudos for attending to reality in that aspect.
Yeah. It was also interesting in the comments on the developer diaries. Like, there were also some people that were like, why, like, we would not be having this conversation if it was a male protagonist in this game. Yeah. We wouldn't, because like it got to a point where some of the comments were like, well, now she's ugly, right? And it's like, okay, but like that's not the point of the game. So why do you care so much? And that's pros and cons of having this kind of development diary setup where you're inviting that feedback. It's, sometimes you're going to get not nice feedback.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's quite necessary to have this kind of real insights on both developers and gamers communities and their intentions or, interest, because sometimes it's for the world, but it's just facing the problem. At the end of the day...
But I like the idea of that they're, actively communicating about their process and because Ubisoft would have just abandoned the character after one bad comment, right? I mean, it would have been a male-only game, and you would have heard all the controversies later. But they,
There is no one here but me.
Oh wait, there's a very ominous voice.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost
so you can hear it, but the voice is very, very low, and
I will never let you go. God, get
scary.
I am your shadow.
Okay.
I am your shadow. I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me.
draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Dillian. Is he here?
Uh-oh.
In this waking nightmare, where all
Again, the camera work is brilliant. Like, not a single camera cut.
you searched for control.
Yeah.
Thank you for
exactly.
pointing that out, because I had never really thought about that before, and yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, it's again, like, somehow they predate everything in God of War did, and God of War got all the credit for it.
Banish your fears. But in darkness they
This
can
conception of the
black
endless
seas
long
they
take
wait.
of her without any cut gives a continuous reinforcement of this idea that we are with her, we are walking next to her. It's like we are a couple of flies flying or walking next to her. Which not cinema does very much. This is great.
Yeah, so what I've looked into with God of War for my dissertation is that how the long takes are used in cinema for a sense of wonder. For example, in Marvel movies, it's to get all the heroes together. In other scenes, it's just to look at the realism. Here, games are changing what wonder can be in that respect. Like, it's not spectacular action that we're seeing here. It's heavy emotion that can be wondrous.
That's cool.
Unspoiled.
That's really cool.
Darkness within.
Oh,
And
the blood eagle.
ooh, oh yeah.
Now there's no way to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul.
This is really sad but beautiful at the same time, the way they
His vessel to bring them
represented it.
home.
Mhm. The golden hour.
Yeah, the golden hour.
One of the game with most light. That's interesting. In such a hard moment.
The voices are taking over.
Yes, no, yes, no.
They're shouting kill over and over again. Oof.
They can break you.
I don't know if that's the intention, but that's like an amazing depiction of something that looks very much like an anxiety feat, you know,
Through this darkness, you
getting
will
over
find
her.
Mhm.
Wow.
your sword still beats. A heart.
Wow.
What a scene. What a scene.
The darkness touched you. Everyone
really
could
see
see
what this
it in the
is.
hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life.
Okay.
You ran from it, but brought it nearer.
Oh, it's her.
Yeah, now yeah.
What a visual.
It's like we went inside her head, and then we went out.
Abandoned to find peace with
It's like it was all dark, and then we are moving with the camera backwards.
the darkness won't allow
Or as
it.
if she was getting part of the darkness.
So
Oh,
you
wow.
will walk into the lair of the beast.
I think it's also cool how this game is
And you
like playing on understandings of mental health throughout time.
this is
Right? Like the idea that like it's a curse, like it was seen as she was a cursed person. Her mom in that flashback says that she also has the vision, right? The ability to have visions. And so it's just interesting, like the different ways that, different mental health conditions have been perceived by different cultures.
That's true. I hadn't thought about it that way. That's really interesting.
Yeah. Very cool.
So we're back at the Trojan horse looking.
Our milestone. Yeah.
So I will say Blood Eagle Sacrifice is one of those, like, we don't know if it's actually a real thing or how common it, well, we know there's like literary mentions of it, but like whether it was a common thing or just something that was, I don't know, like a couple of unique instances, and that's why it has become kind of like a literary trope.
I don't know if I'm overthinking here, but I can't help noticing that at the end of the day, the geography of this game is not that big. I mean, we are always getting back to the same horse point and so on. I don't know if it's a metaphor, but it's really interesting because at the end of the day, the problem is, I mean, the demons, her quest is inside her. It's not like she's going all through universe. It's an inner trip, and that's an amazing way to display that idea.
That's my interpretation of it too, which I think is really cool. It's like, because there's throughout this game, there's this question of, is any of this real? Is this actually happening? Are these enemies actually there, right? Like, but none of that actually matters because in her perception, it's real, right? This is like her reality. And I think it's the same thing, like you said, with the geography of it. Like, is she actually going on a journey, or is this just fighting inner demons kind of thing? Which is cool.
It's also like looking at things from different angles and looking at the same spaces again and again, like thinking in a way, and like making sense of a certain location or because when you enter one of the locations, you have there's a process of sense making that you need to go through. Then at the end, everything is just one clear path backwards. It's like it's entangling difficulty, I think, or yeah. But that's an intriguing way that games have to portray these things. There's this game I've looked at. It's an indie game also called Theseus, but from 2021, made by a single game developer, and it's on itch.io for like $5, I think. But it's Theseus in the Labyrinth of the Minotaur. But the labyrinth, there's no combat at all. It's just Theseus makes choices in the labyrinth, and so every crossroad is like a different choice he makes, and so his mind process is sort of literalized as a labyrinth, or represented as a labyrinth, which is like a unique way games I think have to deal with character issues and representing them in like a spatial way, which might be what we're seeing here a bit as well.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh, I remember struggling with this puzzle.
Oh.
Am I right? We'll see. We'll see if my memory is accurate.
1 hour later, we're still stuck here.
Entire stream might be in this building. We'll see if she can get in. There you go.
Oh, wow. Oof. Whoa, what is that?
Ooh. Oh, whoa.
It's a big guy. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a Resident Evil game, he would have a chainsaw.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Oh wait, I died for the first time. On
Oh,
stream.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers, we hadn't gotten there yet. Oh yeah, you super died.
Yeah.
Yeah, his blackness is not, yeah.
Oh, is that a one hit? No, it's.
It's also, it's very smart design, the way that enemies are all like twice her size,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Just the way
Just
that
like-
tears up.
I died again.
How you finally found your nemesis?
Yeah, this is a 2 hits and you're dead.
Uh-oh. Permadeath.
Is that like too heavy to block as well? Maybe, I don't know.
Can you use your freezing mirror thing? Does that
No,
still work?
It's reloading, I guess.
Oh.
So is roll and hack when you are full? Or?
It's like it should be. Oh, maybe not. No.
Oh,
Oof.
that was close.
It's like you can only dodge that like at the very end.
Oh.
Oh no, now I can use it. Okay, here we go. Oh no, wait, it's still attack.
Oh.
This, with the tunic and like the red and the gray, I'm feeling like I'm fighting Kratos, honestly. like it is exactly like the same like tunic he has.
Kratos all alive. He's just doing this for the money.
I don't want to say anything about the fight because I know you're ahead of me, but it's looking great from where I am.
Yeah, I mean, I think I... Oh wait, there's other dudes there.
Oh gosh.
Oh. They never come along.
Oh, there's one of the Raven guys. Okay. Bringing it all together. Maybe this is what I remember about this building. It's the fight.
And I don't think that the big one is dead already, so he'll be back.
Is it?
I don't think he... I think he like... vanished.
Oh, like... I think final boat. And then the crew, and then coming back.
Oh, wait, I dodged that.
Oh, oh, getting close.
Maybe my one criticism of the combat would be that the enemies take a lot of hits before they die.
Should have put it on easy mode.
Oh, that's good. I guess that has to do with that feeling of you have to go again and again and again until you finally get over your fears and anxiety.
Yeah, this is, you know, the game doesn't have any of the traditional like RPG elements of like leveling up or gaining skills or anything, and so the whole like the skill building is you as the player building skills, which I think is cool. Like, I mean, obviously there's other games that do that too. I know, I'm not saying it's unique to this game, but I think it's something that adds to the player experience, experiencing what Senua was experiencing.
Oh, that's true.
Even if it's annoying.
I mean, it's not annoying, but it's yeah.
But right now it is.
Is there a way to break those shields?
I do not remember. I'll do a quick search.
I mean, I haven't broken anyone so far. Well, I mean, we have to. I would think.
Oh, you also can
here to stay.
parry them.
Alright, now shield enemy tactics, let's see.
Kind of things you search when you play video games.
Oh. Is this unarmed attack? You have an unarmed attack?
Oh yeah, that's true. I have a kick.
They say use the unarmed attack to push the shield away and then hit with the sword.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't know if that works.
Let's see. Oh. Whoa, not if he's hitting me. Oof, did I... I don't want to do the
So
entire
sorry.
thing over again. No.
Not this being my fault.
No, it's not. This is not. Let's see. I feel like the shield is crumbling a bit, but it's not. Maybe I have to do a couple of times. Okay.
Can you do a kick?
Yeah, that's the melee attack. Okay.
Oh, that's the unarmed. Okay. Oh, we're done.
Is there?
Did you?
I think that the big guy is returning.
It is funny though that the parallels you made with God of War, especially with the head on your hip.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. These games really did come out at the same time.
Yeah. It's like
Which is
it's
just
like too
wild.
many of those to just be an accident, isn't it? Like.
Is this a common trope in like Norse
Maybe. Yeah.
to carry someone's head around?
Oh.
How am I going to Google that?
Oh, safely, yeah. But I can remember it's more attached to Celtic folklore, Celtic trope because of the beheading and carrying the skulls as a trophy or as a kind of a coin to change for the bounty. I kind of remember something about Caesar talking about this in War of Gold because like the Celtic mercenaries were bringing the heads as a way to get their loot, you know.
Huh.
That's
interesting.
So Caesar beheading and okay. Hello FBI.
Oh, the head is the location. They saw the head as the location of the soul. That makes sense. In Celtic. Okay, so I guess.
Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Oh, wait for the dialogue.
Find your own path.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to keep doing this, but the thing in God of War in Helheim is there's a big ship, and where are we now?
That must be a thing, right?
Yeah,
like
that
the big ship.
probably. I mean, it has.
The Northmen tell of
I
the
don't know
warrior
enough about Norse
named
mythology, but
Brynhild,
I would
who
guess
leapt
so.
into fire and rode to hell
Oh wait,
to
here
join her
Brynhild. Yeah,
slain
okay.
love
Oh,
Sigurd.
that's probably it because there's a poem or a text. I don't know if it's a poem or prose in Norse mythology about the journey of Brynhild to Helheim. So I'm guessing that's probably where they get this from.
Where the ships come from.
So this is
Yeah. Well, kind of confirmed. Wikipedia confirmed, but yes, the beheading of Celtic warriors was quite a trope in Greco-Latin sources. And actually, in the Irish folklore, there was something called the beheading game, which is a literary trope. And I won't keep reading because of, well, respect to our audience. Yeah.
History.
Yeah. Wow. That's wild.
It must be that hanging thing. It's just getting the right angle,
Yeah, but
right? Like it must be.
It's too obvious. Okay, yeah, here we go. It should.
There we go.
be
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
But wait, it's not activated. Oh, here we are. Yeah. Okay.
Finally found Twitter.
Now what is left? An S and
An S.
probably on this ship, maybe.
Could be.
But share with any viewers, because you two know this because you read my article. The name Senua comes from an inscription that was found, or a series of plaques that were found at a temple dedication, where there appear to be offerings made to some sort of goddess that is kind of Athena, Minerva-like, with a spear and owl. And they have different names, including Senuna, Sina, and Senua, and that's where the developers got the name Senua for this game. So that was kind of the inspiration for at least her name part.
Yeah, that was so incredible to me. I like so that was like a pretty, I mean, relatively recent excavation, I think, like in terms of like archaeology.
I'm pretty sure, there was like right around the time they found it that they had started working on the game and used that as the inspiration. So
that's incredible that this is like one of the like very recent like discoveries making it into gaming.
And the fact that they are paying attention to these kind of historical archaeological sources just to make it, I don't even want to say credibility, just for the touch of it is so remarkable. Normally, just let's take the first book we can find.
Where is the S?
All right, so then in the realm of historical accuracy, we have to talk about female warriors.
Yeah.
In Celtic society.
Yeah.
Which is... Yeah, go ahead, please.
Oh, sorry. It's the question I have always wanted to make when I read an article. Can I finally ask the author? Thank you. So it's just that... So how much is that a thing? Because it's quite a trope, but were there really female warriors in Celtic culture?
My understanding is it's a big fat question mark. Because we get references, so it's one of those things where you get like two references to a female warrior and suddenly there's female warriors everywhere. And I think the best comparison I can make as someone who's really a Romanist, the best comparison I can make is like female gladiators, where we get like the occasional reference to like a really exciting special event where at this one time at the games we're going to bring in female gladiators, and then we somehow build that up that there's always female gladiators, which isn't probably true. The truth is that it was something that was unique and really stood out. And so, I think it's a similar thing with the female warriors, but it's one of those things where like ultimately we don't actually know. And we also, like, when we talk about the Picts, for example, we're talking about like hundreds of years. Right? And so a lot of our sources, we have a bunch of like what the Romans say about the Picts, and then we have like, 900 years later, what some monks mentioned the Picts, right? So like we have like a huge, and it's also like a very heterogeneous society. It wasn't like a necessarily united group of people where they were all doing the same thing. So we get references to Celtic women sometimes fighting. So the very famous example is Boudica, right? So we have a female warrior leader. But what's probably actually happening is we're seeing Greco-Roman sources. I mean, it's the creation of the other, right? These like barbarian people who do things different from us. And one of the ways they do things different from us is they make their women fight. Oh no, right? And then that becomes the interpretation that sticks with us, that like, oh, well, they must have had female warriors throughout all of their history. And then it's like very minor archaeological finds that have been interpreted to back it up. So you can think of the very famous Vix crater, which is very early, much earlier than this, but a Germanic burial with, really elaborate burial with really elaborate burial goods that has been associated with the female burial. And so, can we think that if someone is buried with weapons, they're therefore a warrior, and whether we can actually make that interpretation? So it leads to a lot of question marks about whether there were actually female warriors. I did find when I was writing the article, I found there's this this very interesting carving that shows a hunt scene, and in the hunt scene there's men riding horses hunting, and then there's what appears to be a female figure because they're riding side saddle. That's present at the hunt. Now, hunting is not the same as fighting, and it's been since interpreted that she's not actually engaging in the hunt because everyone else has like hunting dogs with them, and she has a little terrier with her. So I think it's one of those things where, like, we conflate women with status and power with the fact that they therefore have to be equals in all regards, and therefore we're fighting. Kind of making a lot of extrapolations from there.
Yeah, Female Gladiator is a great parallel because, quite a dynamic. And actually, I guess it has to do with a very powerful concept and a very powerful visual idea of the female warrior for movies and video games that just makes it boom.
Yeah. And it's something that I think is like, there's some interesting articles out there, research out there about the kind of like modern representations of like Celtic societies and Norse culture and everything that even feed into like modern perceptions of like just big powerful women. And so that is also just like there's other stereotypes feeding into it then that are perpetuated by modern media, films, TV shows, everything that kind of also feed to this idea.
Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, no, I was just saying we are meeting Hela for the first time.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're
that seems important.
Behind, maybe refresh or
the source of the dark.
I don't know where you're at.
It's coming.
The source of the dark is coming. This is your moment.
There we are.
Yeah, those words are on my screen, so that's encouraging.
Okay, great, yeah. Oh.
Ooh. What?
Oh gosh, sorry.
You're showing weakness.
You're not a warrior, you're a disgrace.
You're a disgrace.
This is imposter syndrome in the game.
The gods punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
It's like that one voice in her head telling her to keep on going. Oh. Oh no, the sword broke.
That's realistic.
We're in the depths now.
What?
Probably not good.
Yeah.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is?
A world shaped by Senua's nightmare.
A world shaped by Senua's nightmares.
Wow, what a line. If you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted,
That's powerful.
you must accept that yours.
There's something to say about the writing in this game. Some lines are really powerful.
You fail the gods.
You failed the gods, you're pathetic, rotten, cursed.
Rotten.
Again, we're seeing what you said earlier about
What were you thinking?
the historical representation of mental
Really
health.
think you could win? How stupid can you be? Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
Oh, it's a
Look
mirror,
at you,
literally.
a warrior. Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there
That
is
was
no one
brilliant.
to do that for you.
Wow.
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering.
We still have a certain percentage of our blade.
Just like your sword.
Oh, she's going to.
Oh. Oh.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it. She can't give up. Did he? It's not like this. It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
It's a trick, don't trust it, maybe you're already dead, the additional voices say.
It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
So you know where the name Senua comes from?
It's him.
Are you gonna ask about Dillian?
Yeah, Dillian is it looks like it sounds at first glance like a more modern name.
I had the same thought, and I don't actually know if we have a. Now I'm googling it. Also, this game is so great.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I mean, like such a honest, but like honest and respectful representation of like suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Just it. Oh.
I think this is really like if people are talking about how video games are maturing and I mean growing up, I think this is a prime example of that. We wouldn't have this would be unseen in the 1980s, I guess. Like where it's just monster killing and heroic journeys.
And I mean that scene that was more powerful than many cinema, and I mean cinema, the constructions and narrative. Wow, a movie couldn't build that up.
Games are so much better than movies.
Yeah.
Right, because like in a movie you don't get attached to a character the way that you do.
No. That's true.
In your game. You know, you're not experiencing what they're experiencing and watching the overcome in the same way, and while being like emotionally manipulated by the game too.
Yeah.
The people invested in it.
That's true. That's the big problem when they adapt games to movies or TV shows. Like I mean, they're starting to get it a little bit right, but it's still not the same.
Barely
Yeah.
functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's inbound made sure of that.
Did I notice? Yeah, the darkness in her arm is like growing bigger, right? Like it's getting over her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Errands out in the
I cannot find anything about the name Dillion.
Me either.
Yeah.
So wild. Like this one.
For those interested, there is a link among many others in the chat for the British Museum entry of the description of Senuna.
Thank you for posting that.
Sure.
Yeah, you're on top of it. The links. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, links to epigraphy. There I am.
This is like I mentioned it before in the stream last week. Like if I would play by myself, I would go through every single nook and cranny of this place to see if there is. Oh wait, let's see what. Okay, we did find something.
And worth it. Yeah.
We found
Oh,
another.
it's Mom.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we returned from Searcher, the face was gone in the waterfall.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's interesting.
Feel alone and exhausted,
Oh.
like a strange little fish
Strange little
swimming
fish.
against the tides
Oh,
of a big
the way there's like a recording of a person talking.
have
In
the
fact, it's so cool.
to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home. It does not ask you to swim against it.
This writing is amazing.
Like something, yeah. And the visual metaphors of the mother's face are amazing. The fact that it's hidden in little spots, but it's that she cannot forget her, though it's in the middle of all these nightmares.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the sequel as well.
Yeah, me too. I'll have to follow up with you all once you finish the game. I have no idea, no thoughts on where they could go for a sequel. So I'm really interested to see what they do.
The lone figure of
I mean, if you want, we can always do another stream with when a sequel comes out and discover it together. But
We should.
yeah,
Yeah, let me know. I'm there.
I'll make sure I have a different computer by then, so we can actually play it here.
and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt
It's just itching in my brain. You were mentioning about these modern representations of Nordic and Celtic culture. I'm just thinking about movies because I can't help doing it. And is this a recent trope? Because I don't know if it's something like it's more recent than we guess, or is something that goes all through 20th century. Do you happen to know it?
The Northmen tell
I mean, the big women and the barbaric raiding the monks and all that.
his father's hall
don't-
was built around
I know
great
we're in an era right now where
Odin comes
it's an extremely popular, right? Like, I mean, think about how many games,
many tribes
movies, TV shows
only comes out
set in this culture have come out in the last 10 years.
brother King Sigurd
Trying to think about prior to that though, where no, because what's the cartoon?
Sigmund and his brothers to a feast.
Is it in
Arrive. They are met with an
Looney Tunes? Isn't there a Viking woman in Looney Tunes?
King Sigurd captures
Sorry.
Sigmund and his brothers.
That's a very
steals
specific
his sword.
Yeah.
reference there. Or am I just picturing Bugs Bunny dressed up as a Viking woman? That might be it.
Yeah.
Link, please.
Now I'm even more confused. Is this a fever dream I had?
It's like the Mandela effect.
Yeah, everyone put it in the chat if I'm making this up completely.
Death
There's an opera episode
is certain.
of Looney Tunes,
Sigmund
and the opera singer is
mercy, and
a large woman with the Viking, but maybe that's what I'm thinking of. From 1957, so we went really far back.
I mean, I'd be interested to see if the Thor films changed. Maybe that they were 2011, so they might have made people like think about Norse mythology.
Added to the popularity, yeah.
Only Sigmund is left.
Okay.
Because you're right, I can't really think about
Next
large
day, Sigmund's sister sent
Norse-based
a servant
films
with honey to
before
smear on
that.
Sigmund's face.
Okay, I'm stupid. I have forgotten the Viking movie from 1958, but it's not exactly the same thing. It's a different approach.
Yeah.
Some of the time, it's not like, I mean, barbarians are raiding, but It's not like these epic size people and so on. So where did all start? Oh, maybe.
I think it's also like as we see with again God of War, after a certain time, like people get sick of watching the Greeks and Roman gods, I guess, and they want to move somewhere else.
That is true.
But it's yeah.
Yeah, there's this cinema director who says very wisely that the first expertise of the audience is to get tired of things.
Oh yeah. But that's exactly how Marvel Comics did it as well. Like in Stan Lee said that people will recognize Greek and Roman gods, but we want to do something they wouldn't have seen yet. And that's why they went with the Norse gods as prominently as they did.
Believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed.
Do we know if these runes do they mean something? Like, is it a message or something?
Their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund.
Okay, well, I could be wrong,
So his sister
but my understanding is we have not fully deciphered all of the Celtic symbols, and so I'm pretty sure they're based on Celtic symbols.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think that they have messages hidden in them. But if there's someone who's an expert, tell us in the comments, because we would love to know.
Yeah, we would love to. So I'm not sure if I don't know if this is a side path or if this is the main. Like, am I gonna trigger story things without having explored everything? And that's scary.
This game's fairly linear. I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah. But there was like something up there, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna keep that for later. I'm gonna explore first. But now I think, okay, this is pretty far removed from where we were. Maybe I
feel like you're going forward.
Yeah. Maybe I should circle back and see if there's anything.
This ship graveyard is very cool.
Yeah. Oh, wait, this is where. Okay, so we're back at the thing. So I'll briefly check what's up there, and then maybe, depending on that, return.
The sandbox spirit, huh?
Yeah.
I really love the metaphor of the shipwreck beach, because it's like the broken dreams and the lost hopes that are just shipwreck on the shore. I once read that it was developed very much for the pirate movies in the 70s in the 50s and 60s. It has been quite a trope visually. It's all through all the video games that the movies that want to transmit this idea of lost hopes or broken projects. Quite good. I was very glad to see it here again.
Yeah, that's cool. I had not thought about that, but that's a cool metaphor.
Yeah. There are very few innocent visual elements in this game. Everything has this. It's well building.
But also, I imagine, like, as Senua, like in Pictish, but Norse society as a whole, like a shipwreck or like a crushed ship would be quite a big deal. Like that would be very important because that's their main way of moving around, and so that would be very, heavy, I guess. So this, like a ship graveyard, is I guess very telling place. And so it's a sealed off door, but I'm not allowed to focus on it. So I'm guessing I should just continue downstairs.
So should we have the indie game debate?
The indie game debate? I'm happy for that.
You all mentioned it last time.
Yeah, it's an independent AAA game. That's what they called it.
So yeah, well, because they produced it with a team of like 20 people.
Yeah.
And in their own little office thing. So they did all the mocap and everything in their small office thing. Yeah. But I know there was like a huge debate. You all may have talked about this before, but it was a huge debate with the Game Awards this year.
Yeah.
About, was it Dave the Diver? Was that the one?
Either that one or Dredge. It was one of those two.
Oh, it was Dredge. Yeah, it was Dredge. Yeah. Yeah. It was an interesting question.
Yeah, I think there's
what counts as indie?
There's a difference between independent and indie, I think. Like there's like Baldur's Gate 3, for example. that is an independently made game. Like they didn't have outside funding, there was no outside publisher. But is it an indie game? Like it is the biggest game of all time, quite literally almost. Like is it still indie? Then that's tough.
When are we when are we playing Baldur's Gate 3 on the stream?
Yeah, I would love to.
It'd be so fun.
It'll take us a year, but
I'm currently almost 130 hours in to my first playthrough.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm doing co-op with my partner, so that probably makes it take a little longer, but still. Long game.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, the visuals of this. Sorry, I was just...
Oh!
Ooh.
What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just.
Well, this is a nice change.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
very happy.
Happy memories here?
If only she could do the same. See the world.
This is giving me very strong AC Valhalla vibes.
Dance with it. Just like he does.
Pretty.
But also, like with the indie thing, like there's that game Valiant Hearts from 2014, like World War I game. It's aesthetically speaking, it's 100% indie. It's hand drawn. It's beautiful. It's intricately designed, but it's published by Ubisoft. So is it still indie independent? It's a difficult thing.
What's your name?
Yeah. I would classify this as indie. I think.
Brilliant.
I haven't seen you before.
Because if it's 20 people
I don't
who made it,
Oh. Zenua's daughter.
it's
I have to go.
Wait.
oh wait.
It's also a war of names and connections, because if we didn't know, or if you were making a blind cross-check of playing this game without knowing at all who developed it and which condition, would you have ever even considered this is an indie game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me?
Fair point. But would a non-indie game tell this story?
Yeah, that's with a female protagonist.
Good point.
Bring your sword.
It's telling that they say that they explicitly went without a publisher to be able to tell this story to this depth.
When you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you.
So it's interesting in this plot point, Dillian asks her who taught you to fight, and is like surprised that she knows how to fight effectively. So maybe
You have a chance to make sense of it.
maybe she's a one-off of female warrior.
I think in the chapter you also mention this mythological female warrior. I'm gonna butcher the name, but a Skathak from the Celtic myth. So that might also be an inspiration for Senua. Oh wait.
Yeah, so there's like myths that mention female warriors, which is
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you.
I mean, what would be the reasons to not classify it as indie? Is it the cinematic aesthetic and the motion capture?
Oh, you're the ones that question whether or no, I guess you were bringing up what they say, which is that it's a independent AAA.
Yeah, that's.
But I think you're right. Is like indie is doing multiple things. It's talking about an aesthetic as well as talking about like size of development team, and it can't do both things, because to say that a small team can't produce a beautiful game obviously is not true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right that like the definition is inherently flawed.
Yeah, no, I mean, because independent games have existed since games existed, but indie itself is like an aesthetic movement from the like late 2000s. So there's like this different meaning that, I think colloquial game discourse doesn't always take into account.
Yeah.
If the only reason to discount it as indie would be it's the visuals, I personally that wouldn't be for me like enough of an argument to
Yeah.
discount it.
Yeah. I will say, to Ninja Theory's credit, the second game is supposed to also talk about mental health, which is good.
Yeah.
And they've developed a project called the Insight Project, which is basically to continue their work of thinking about how video games can be used to help people think about their own mental health and engage in like help-seeking behaviors and that kind of thing, which is very cool that they're continuing it.
Yeah.
I'll put the Insight Project in the chat. I'm going to try to beat to it. And so even though they have been, absorbed into the Xbox, whatever, which just gives them more money for it, I think, for a bad thing in this case.
Yeah, it'll be easy to see if it changes the way they, the topic is presented. I hope it doesn't.
That's That's a big question I have, is whether it changes anything.
Then again, Pentiment was also Xbox exclusive at the beginning, I think.
Not anymore. It's already in PlayStation.
Not anymore now, but it's for 2 years.
Sorry. It's just that was so exciting. It's just that I discovered it today, and I am over the moon about it. Yeah.
So that she may live and be honored.
Finally, can play it in my PlayStation. Sorry.
I mean, you can play it on Switch as well, which is cool because then you'll actually get the feeling of it being a book that you hold in your hands.
Yeah.
I guess that, yeah.
She says.
I mean, I have been really trying not to spoil myself, neither Hellblade nor the sequel, but the visuals and especially the promotional images that are, posted around the sequel are really powerful, which is giving me good hopes.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and the music is amazing, and the previews for it. So I'm excited.
So we're at the tree now. Let's see.
I really love that video games still have the power to make us feel like children waiting for the new toys.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That's true.
Oh, this has to do with Celtic folklore, because apparently there is this. I don't know if it's quite historical or mythical or just a little bit, receptionistic, but apparently there was this belief in Celtic cultures that trees have their own spirit inside, and the spirit of trees were able to hold the spirit of people after they passed away. And actually, apparently that has to do with the ancient tradition of knocking on wood, because you were calling for the help of spirits.
Whoa! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's where knock on wood came from.
Things like that make me wonder like how much of this is like how like their research process about mythology.
Question.
Oh wait, we have to. The sword that can slay gods, it aims grammar is forged by God. Odin. Get to Sigmund.
I need this sword. It's important.
Ooh. Now she's looking at the camera and she says like, "It's important. Can you help me?" It's like she's talking to the voices, but she's also talking to us in order to help her on her quest.
So good.
Yeah. Oh wow. Should have played this ages ago.
This game is so good.
Yeah. Great warrior can report to about answering the trials. More than one for each shard. The route to the tree of death.
The metal runestone.
Okay, so we have to go to each of the stones.
Find it. The metal, the runes. You need that sword.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Find the shards.
Imagine if Senua could jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I miss it.
You would have finished by now.
Yeah.
There it is. Focus.
To go the long way.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we going to do here?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail
Okay.
and never
Looking
rust,
at her
and that
in
would
the mirror.
slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn.
God, the mirror symbolism is so cool too.
Yeah.
It would be the death of the king.
Especially the fact that it's scratched and broken.
Let me
It's
tell
just
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the
that herself, the way she feels.
Irving.
The sword Tyrfing.
You think?
I don't recognize this place. Where are we?
Where are we?
Where is she?
interesting point about the research for the mythology and everything, because in the development diaries, I feel like they really focused on
So strange that we go to such
the mental health research.
Yeah.
something so very
But obviously they did a lot of research on the
Yeah.
mythology. And, yeah, so it's just interesting.
It's as if we conspire to hide
Like,
death.
you want to know which books they
Yeah.
use. Oh, Mac is saying that's the video game classic, the 1 foot wall that forms a total barrier. Yeah. we fought Surtur and we won, but this one rock is too difficult.
An orphan tale about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She is a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Let's see what we have here.
The horse really does give Trojan horse. It's
I'm sorry?
the horse is just
Yeah.
so much the Trojan horse.
It
It's
has to be, right?
Yeah. I mean, the one in the movie specifically. Yeah.
it looks identical to the one in the movies. That's
Yeah.
in the movie, which is why it's.
I mean, the Edda does begin with the fact that, like, the Norse gods were supposed to be Trojans after the Trojan War, so maybe that's a reference to that, but I don't know. Don't go in there.
Oh.
Go in.
It's too dark.
You don't have too many options.
Yeah.
You have to be able to see.
Ominous growling in the distance.
Is this the first time we get into a cave or mine or such?
Yeah, have
Lillian, I'm here.
you had a torch
I'm here
again?
for the trials. Like when we first
Yeah.
met, remember? I'll find him.
We hear Dillian shouting in the... Oh wait, can we...
Oh no!
Oh,
What?
don't
Sorry, I
think
don't
it's
like this
coming?
section. This section's scary.
Oh. Can we light this?
Nothing. Was that voices?
No.
Ooh.
Oh wait, okay.
What was that?
You don't do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
What? How are you doing that?
It's getting further away.
There you go.
Is this like a labyrinth?
Are you lost and have you lost him? Where are you?
Or...
I feel like I remember getting lost.
Yeah.
This way. Follow this.
Herver disguises herself as a man
Okay.
to join
Okay.
a band of warriors,
So we
and soon
found this.
becomes their leader. When they come to the island
I think
where
this,
her
the
father
audio
is
will
buried,
continue to play if I
her
don't
men
get it
do
right.
not want to go ashore. They say that evil
I think so.
haunts the island,
Yeah.
and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands.
I will say, I'm excited to see how you all feel about the end of the game.
And all of
Yeah.
them have ghostly flames
Very curious.
burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her
So
father
I came this way,
after
so-
passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist.
Quite inevitable to be creating theories of every second and every corner turn, but apart from the spoiling, is that it's a little bit difficult to be thinking about anything consistent because it's not like giving you the usual inputs of any other game. So everything is possible here.
Yeah.
That's my feeling, at least.
I can hear him.
I mean, respect to developers, it's very difficult to trade this game as any other. The very experience is so different. That's totally in them.
Calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his soul.
Uh-oh, another symbol.
She says that it is
What could go wrong?
only for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons.
I mean, killing
Like,
demons,
I
perfect.
wasn't scared, and then you said it was scary, and now I'm like, what is going on?
You know, maybe I was in a fragile emotional state when I played this game the first
You have
time.
lost your mind.
It's also a different experience because I'm in my brightly lit office
Dangerous
rather
to
than,
wake the
you know,
dead.
a dark room.
Like I said, she reminds
Yeah.
me of you.
This is... How many... How much is this branching? I think I hear things to the... Wait, but this is already lit there. Is this... Wait, what?
You came from there.
Is...
Find another way. It's not working.
Okay, no, they're saying...
Mind, where can you go?
You're failing.
Failing.
You're-
Find a think. Focus.
That's helpful.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
should I not listen
yeah.
to that? Oof, that's hard.
Follow the critics. That's the way.
Yeah.
Think clearly, you have to find another way. There has
You know,
to
talking
be.
about this game being ages ahead of other games, do you remember in Assassin's Creed Odyssey when you get into these tombs of mythical heroes and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of a labyrinth?
true.
It's totally. Insane.
Those sections
I
was
need to-
fun the first time around, but then after that, it was
Mm.
always the same.
I need to
Yeah,
go back
I
to
know.
that game. I did not play all of it. I got way too excited running around Delphi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
There you go.
And then it was over for me.
Oh, this is not something we were before, so I'm guessing this is the right track.
Ooh.
Usually you can tell if there's enemies, but this game.
Quiet. It's not
Yeah, exactly.
to find it.
Ground is not solid.
Without him.
It doesn't sound like Dillian.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like Dillian. It sounds
What's the
Uh-oh.
secret room? How does she get in there? Give up.
How do you get it?
Fake Dillian.
That voice.
It's not Dilly, but then who is it?
Find a way. There's always a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Oh wow, the
Red.
weight. How subtly the walls and everything is starting to be like
Yeah.
shady, foggy, and
Like blurry.
calm. Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Oh. This is very red.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Dillian wants me to face
Lillian
my
wants me to
fears.
face my fears. I might do. Complete the labyrinth shard challenge. Okay. So apparently we did something right.
Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went through.
Don't put the torch on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do they?
Father,
Okay, so we're going back to when she had left her father.
I'm leaving.
Mm.
I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
Mhm.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy,
The chief said
no.
he said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
It's weird that we're now taking the
No
perspective of the
boy
father.
is going
Like,
to
with
save
her
you. No one can.
eyeline.
When they see the rot growing inside you, they will turn their back on you.
Relatively amazing because sometimes it looks like we are even in the eye position of her darkness or her problems. Sometimes we are just accompanying her, and sometimes we are identifying with her very demons that she's speaking to.
No.
That's remarkable.
You will not defy the gods.
Oh, wait, did her dad just hit her?
Yes.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
So she's facing the
You
trauma
cannot
of her
escape the
past.
darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands.
So we finished the first
Mm.
marker. So did we get?
It's done.
There's more to do. Can we do another one? I'm also looking
I think.
at the, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say that scene, right? The fact that,
Going to be easy.
again, just like focusing on where mental health issues come from, right? Even something like psychosis can be triggered through childhood trauma
Yeah.
and abuse. And so the way this game is just so brilliantly like weaving all those different things in to provide such an honest perspective. It's yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm also looking at the time, and we've been going for over 2 hours. And I mean, I can go. We can continue if if you want, but I also don't want to take up too much of your time. So maybe this is a good stopping point, or should we continue to do some of these challenges? I don't know what you all think.
I have time, but I don't want to, if you need to stick to a 2-hour stream, I don't want.
No, we can do one more, and then we can.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, that's good. Just one more.
Just one more.
Just one more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can stop anytime, I promise. But this game is just too good.
Oh wait, okay, this is perfect. It's about Baldur. Okay, so we have to.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Very
He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him.
He was the
He
first of the gods to die.
To die.
See, that's interesting. Always like mythology and chronology. Like he says like Baldur was the first of the gods to die, but at the same time, Ragnarok is still an event that is supposed to take place in the future. Like it's like where is this taking place? Like if you can call it that, but of course, like it's more complicated than that. So, all right, this is beautiful. There's a shade in the background.
I also, it's cool the way that, like, these aren't Senua's gods and Senua's myths and Senua's beliefs, but she's having to navigate the different beliefs and they're coexisting with her, whatever her own beliefs are. I think that's very cool too.
Yeah.
Trust us.
Oh wow.
Mother again?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not even gonna look at that thing?
No, I was just gonna see what's. No, I'm just gonna leave this here.
Just ignore this giant face.
It's another world.
It's another world.
Mm.
So, okay.
I like it here.
Oh, the way this game
Okay, this might
plays
be the
with
building part. I remember being complicated.
Oh, okay. So this just one more will be like a 45 minutes.
Yes. It'll be another
1 more hour. Yeah.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah. The way this game plays with like different perspectives on reality and just like perspective in general is so
dark dreams.
Wow.
Night after night.
And the very landscaping, it can go to hell, to a warm place just in 1 second.
Yeah.
So I never noticed before that the symbols are lighting up white as you continue through the game.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, like the circle around, the symbols around, they were all red at the start, weren't they? They're increasingly turning white.
Oh.
Yeah, look, it's like the more
Almost
you
like a
climb,
progress.
and so we've missed a
Yeah.
few, apparently.
Yeah.
But we're doing pretty well.
Doing pretty well, yeah, for sure.
Father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not.
So wait, what are we supposed to, which shape? Like a...
Letter B?
Like, yeah, like a tree-like thing.
Oh.
I wonder if we have to look to the second mask in order to find it, or if we can just... Or is that just what brings us back to our previous state?
Who built these bridges?
Question.
Good question.
Why leaving it like that?
So this brings us back to the darker
Oh gosh.
version.
Oh.
Let's stay in the beautiful one.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to find this symbol.
Yeah. But
Maybe
there's some gates that we haven't tried, so...
Could it be with the bridge? It's not with bridges, is it? No, I don't think so.
Maybe it's next to the. I mean, it's very simple. I don't know. That one?
But that's... Can we... These are from the other side, I guess. Yeah. I mean, there should be... The icons would be appearing if you were close to it.
One of my favorite things in video games is when they try to open a door and they just like put all their body weight into it. Nothing happens. I don't know why. I just always think it's funny.
Okay, so both of them are closed. Yeah, so probably we'll have to go.
Oh, that one's locked. She can't do it.
Yeah.
Can it be in that tree with the branches or something?
Yeah,
like
I was thinking this.
Oh.
But I'm
Yes. Wait, it is. Right there. Yeah.
Which
The
one?
tree.
there?
Just
Yeah.
the tree
That
with the
angle.
branches.
Angle. Yeah.
The one
right there.
Oh, here.
Yeah, the big tree. Just back up.
Yeah.
You're too close. Why? Stop moving.
Sorry.
I think it is at least, is it not?
It.
I think it's closer that you have to get to.
It's pretty much the same, but it's not activating. Is it just an activation?
Maybe you need to see it in the dark timeline.
Yeah.
After all.
Oh, good point. Oh, so it's
Oh,
only
because the
branches.
tree won't have its leaves on it in the dark timeline, right?
Exactly.
Wow. If.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's complex. That's really...
Like I'm telling you, if I was playing this by myself, I would still be stuck in wall run territory. You're absolutely right. Look at. Wait. So. Okay. So let's go back to that. The tree.
The tree looks much more gnarled now, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the answer.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh wait.
Oh,
I'm hearing voices. Oh, the gate is open now. So it's might be something different then. So there's another.
Yeah. Sorry, it wasn't the tree that
Yeah.
crumbled, it was the gate.
but
But there's
Oh.
another.
Oh, and another mask.
Yeah.
so they are opening the gates. Okay.
There he is. What? He who?
Yeah, there was some like I think the shade from the beginning. He's in the dark world, I hear.
That's you.
The world once seemed so simple.
Where's this
Black
place?
and white.
Oh, the common room. Okay.
But I can imagine what you said about this being more complicated than the. Oh wait,
Narrow
something is
divided
lighting
lines
up
of
here.
our own making. Dillian taught her to see further.
I can open this.
Look through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the globe. And Senua explored new paths into
You can
the
also open
unknown.
that. Let's do that first. Okay.
Oh yeah, open that one too.
Yeah. Okay. Now go back. What of a coincidence was it that the tree was so?
Yeah, in the shape.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a distractor.
Yeah, maybe.
We're also finding patterns that maybe aren't there.
Ah,
Or are they?
Oh, love that.
Dillian's the only reason she's
Where?
still
Oh wow, the shade of it. Wow.
not in this
Okay, this is literally the memory I'm having of like not getting this one. Okay.
Yeah.
We can do it.
It's wait. I think I have to go. Both doors are open now, so I'm.
Let's
guessing
maybe do
to
it
go
in.
back
Can
to
and
the
that is
dark.
that gate? Yeah, it's
The
locked.
gate will remain open, I think, if we go back to the.
Well, you don't need the gate because you've opened the other doors
Yeah, that's
to the right.
Around.
So let's go back. It's not. Yeah. Okay. Everything is broken. So we go back this way, then open the door. We
Yeah.
went through.
You have to go the long way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure how a new tree grew there.
Yeah.
Grew to that size.
That's why the sequel is made.
Yeah.
to explain the burning question of the the tree. Is there something? Is it like another marker here? It looks like a place where a marker would
listen
be.
to your father when you had the chance.
No.
Listen to him. His love has taught
Did-
you and it taught
Then why did they build this?
Yeah. There's nowhere to go. Here.
Wait, now you can. Oh, can you not go in there now?
There was a
Oh,
tree.
I thought you were going to be able to go in.
Yeah.
But who put that tree there?
Yeah.
doesn't know who killed him.
Okay, so we must have been able to find the symbol when you were in the light world.
Maybe. But is there something else? Let's circle back. I mean, we have to go anyway for the mask. So. Because
I told you I wouldn't actually help with puzzles.
I mean, you've already helped so much.
Nobody will love her now. Can you remember what love feels
feels like.
Well, when we were in the building, we had all the glowy symbols around us, so it must have been there somewhere.
Yeah,
We just didn't.
But like this tree is now, yeah, in front of us, and we can't go around that.
So I would go back into the light world
Yeah.
and go inside.
Yeah.
See.
Actually, okay,
She
maybe
can't.
crazy. Didn't the symbol was made by the light coming through the roof and hitting the boxes there, like when you were coming up the stairs? Or maybe I'm just getting crazy. When you go upstairs,
Oh, wait, there's
there to the right.
There's one we missed here. I'm gonna listen.
Oh wait, look up.
The gods feast
What?
and rejoice.
Look up.
Amuse themselves by throwing
Yeah.
spears and stones.
We need you to just slowly pan around
Yeah,
until
yeah.
our video catches up with you.
But it comes to no harm, whatever they do. The
Wait,
gods
I'll
never
go stand in the
cease to
place
wonder
where
at this
the
great marvel.
symbols
Loki
appeared. Yeah, here we go.
shapes himself into a woman and asks
And you
Balder's
go
mother,
upstairs over there.
is it
To
really
the
true
gate.
that all things
The stairs on your back right now, to your left
Yeah.
right
I
now,
did not
those ones.
ask the mistletoe.
And if you go to the top and look to
Balder's
the
mother
right,
confesses.
isn't this right and down a little bit?
Right and down.
Over there,
Oh,
you see out to the left, to your
I
left,
see it.
inside the building.
oh,
Yeah.
you've gone a full circle.
Look to the center of the building. There you go. You see that there on the
Center of
wall?
the
It's
building.
like
Yeah, you need to go back down the stairs. Do you see where the crates are? Crates
Yeah.
on the ground? Yeah,
Crates
see that
on the
one?
gra-
you're pointing at it right now. So wherever
Yeah,
you
exactly.
like, you see it to go.
This is
Somewhere.
desperation. Yeah.
There it is. I see it.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Where?
I see it. Oh no, go backwards.
Where?
You're pointing at it, but you need to move to the left because you are cutting off the long sticky part. But the way
Exactly.
that
There
those
you go.
two strips of light are on the crates.
Oh, okay.
And sorry,
Oh,
the
wow.
lag makes it
No,
so
no,
hard.
I see it now. Yeah. Okay. Wow. This-
Wow.
That
How
was
did people-
great.
It's
Great
not-
catch there.
It's yeah. Here we go.
Who
Wow.
designed this? Wow, what a mind.
You've got it.
We were able to find
Um,
that in lag. Like,
I'm sorry to say this the peak of my career identifying these icons, but I have been asked very, very strongly if I can leave because of this little home situation. So I'm afraid I have to go unexpectedly. So sorry.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so sorry about this. But I mean, I don't want to miss the opportunity. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being here. This has been amazing.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you for letting me
Yeah.
join.
I mean, my real
It was
pleasure
great
here.
to meet you.
Same. And I mean, if there's a sequel, yeah, we will know who to go, and it's not Ghostbusters. So
Please.
thank you. And thank you, Alex. See you
Yeah.
around.
No, thank you for joining it, and yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. So, yeah. So we're finish off this. And then,
Yeah, we're so close on this puzzle.
yeah. So just. Okay.
Because now we should be able to go through the front door, yes?
Yeah. Should
Okay,
be
that's
good.
what you're doing already. Sorry.
It's not letting me. Oh, maybe. Okay, probably have to do this in the. Wait, no, in the light, I guess. It's not letting me open it with the usual button.
She is pure darkness.
Yeah, no, I'll open
Oh.
this in the light.
Okay.
Timeline.
Oh, right, because the symbol was on it in the light
I
timeline.
think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's why I'm remembering this section being so long, is because you have to keep switching.
Yeah. But if we're three of us, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Including someone who's
We might be in
published
trouble
on
now.
It, so we're an expert. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now it lights up there on the door.
This is when we find out, though, it was really Divi doing all the puzzle solving, and we're in big trouble.
So here. It's not opening. Why is it not opening? Oh no, wait, now it is opening. I have to send in the right spot. Okay. This is. Oh, and now we have to go back and.
Oh, and now we
this
have to go back into the dark, yeah.
Okay.
And we'll be able to go through there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to refresh my stream again and see if I join you more
Yeah, yeah.
accurately. I'll probably have another commercial. I do.
Oh. I mean, sometimes we get game commercials, so it works out. And but
I'm currently getting a some sort of women's fitness commercial, so very targeted ads, I guess.
it's because you talked about the fitness model being
I think
used,
so.
and that's a part to which AI picks up.
It's funny.
Oh wait, no, it's the other part. Yeah, this part is broken.
But the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do?
So if in order like to see how much delay you have, I just passed the bridge to the second part. So I'm.
Sorry, you just passed what?
It's okay. And now I'm on the stairs on the right side to
And-
the building.
And now you're on the stairs.
Okay. So it's only a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we should be able to go through the front door, and then we're finding another symbol.
Yeah.
Max, I agree that
Yeah.
the ads are creepy.
Okay.
There he is.
He's up there.
He's up there. There's a way.
So
There is a
Either
way.
way.
there's another.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. So you see all the glowy stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're on it.
That's what happened in the previous section too, but I don't know where I was supposed to stand to trigger it. There's another.
You almost have it.
Yeah. But then wait.
Loki makes a
One,
dot
two.
out of innocence
Okay, up arrow.
and goes to the gods as they throw
See,
things at
has to
Balder.
be somewhere here.
The blind god, Hud,
Yeah.
was there.
Here we go. Again, this is something that God of War 3 does exactly the same.
Hud says, I cannot see.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
And even if I could see him, I have
Like the
no weapon."
MC Escher type
Loki
puzzles.
replies,
Yeah.
Here is a wand. I will
Okay, my favorite part of the God of War games is in the first three, there's a lot of combat where you're like hanging on something.
It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder
I
is
remember
killed.
I died so much in these sections.
Hud
There he is.
Oh no.
My favorite part of God of
the
War.
hanging ones, the
He has a
the ones on the ledges and the like the rotating blades.
Oh,
Those,
that's
yeah.
not fun.
No, those are not fun.
So you need to find those three to open this door. Okay.
But probably
So
also with the mask, I guess.
Friendship.
Let's see how
We need an-
how far I get
up there.
in the dark.
But the shadow of darkness never let her go. And she was caught between two worlds.
Yeah, this is all coming back to me as a big old struggle.
And Dillian.
Okay.
Two realities.
Let's open as much as we can
staring at her soul.
Mm-hmm.
I will love you again.
and hope any symbols pop up. Oh, there's supposed to be a symbol here, somewhere here.
Okay. I'm now in the area where there's symbols.
Yeah.
I will help.
Oh, okay. This one is easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. These runes mean nothing. What if the trials mean nothing?
All of this is just yeah, for nothing.
Was that door locked on the other side?
It opens from this side, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's go into the light because I think we've done everything we can so far without doing having other bridges.
How does that make you feel?
Oh wait, there's symbols everywhere here.
Oh. You sure are. Oh, I saw it. Oh, okay. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. But it's from the other side.
But it's backwards. Yeah.
So we have to go. How do we get there? Maybe this way.
So yeah. What else? What else is open to us now on the light
I
side?
think this
Oh,
is open.
yeah. You can run around.
Oh, there's
Do you
another
remember meeting him beneath the
The
tree?
Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder.
open this.
His body
Not
was
going
to
to
be
need
burned
it, but
on
that's
its
okay.
death, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground
Oh, no.
shakes and the rollers burst into flames.
You have to open
When
this.
Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship,
Okay, so we
her heart
go
bursts
back
with
into the
grief.
light, then go
She
to the
dies.
door we
Into
just
the dark,
opened,
yeah.
She's
and
put
then
next
yeah,
to her husband,
that'll be it.
and the pyre is lit.
I hope.
The dead to hell.
It's a lot of backtracking in this
Yeah,
level.
it's true.
Gods cannot accept his death.
And this is already sprinting, so. Oh.
She's doing her best.
Yeah, she's doing her best.
You broke him. You killed him.
I do appreciate games like this though, where they have lots of lore, just like talking while
Yeah.
you're doing things.
True. And it's a great way to you know, have all these mythical stories in there as well.
Hmm.
And you know, inform their audiences about these things. Okay, so this door is gone now, so we can pass. Push this down.
You had that loved you. You squashed it, strangled it.
The curse is revealed.
And then go back into the light and return.
Back again.
We were close now.
Do you remember?
There's still a third one we need to find.
Yeah, I thought there was a third one.
I think
The
there's,
up arrow.
yeah, there's another mask down below that we haven't checked yet.
Okay.
So
What
probably
if
be
this
that
is pointless?
somewhere.
What
Hopefully.
are you doing?
Otherwise, I have no idea.
I just noticed that in the stream I'm like peeking
Keep seeing runes.
You're peeking?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
because
oh, yeah, no, yeah, because David left. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get.
You're fine. I just noticed it.
Okay. I'll.
Well, don't.
It's quick
Okay.
to change, so.
As long as it doesn't break anything.
No. I mean, not more than already happened.
But it doesn't mean anything.
Here we
This
go.
language you don't
You're back.
understand.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
You're wasting time. You're cursed.
Yay.
Yay.
Perfect.
So we'll go back down. There was a mask we hadn't tried. I think. Oh no, wait. It's here.
Oh.
The up arrow. Somewhere.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Man,
yeah, here it is.
It makes you want to look up.
Yeah, true. But it should be there.
Yeah, just getting the angle.
Yeah, here. Oh, maybe does this also have to be dark? No, wait. Here we go. Okay, this one was easier than.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Wasting your time. Just delay. By minute by minute.
Okay. So where?
She's not special.
Yeah.
You're
She
special.
is.
She thinks she
I think she is.
they mean.
So wait.
Alright, where was that door?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh wait, in the dark
Yeah.
world.
The gods are just
Okay. Open this.
I guess we're technically doing past and present. Is that?
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, because there was the different trees and the. Yeah. Okay, Jillian.
If only you could run faster, Senua, you would have caught him.
Yeah. If you were able to jump, you would have been there.
Yeah.
2 hours ago.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids,
You're going to fall, the voices say.
Zinbal.
I will never be able to. This is also God of War.
Yeah, true.
I will never be able to understand in video games why they don't crawl across beams.
Yeah.
She felt
True.
safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Almost there.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah. Oh no, he jumps. We completed the Tower Shard challenge.
Perfect. Easy.
Easy. I mean, there's 2 people to help you.
Father cannot understand your dark.
I would still be stuck on that one with the light on the
Cannot see
crate.
through your eyes.
This is Dillian then.
My own father was born blind.
This is our first look at him.
Doesn't have the faintest idea
Right,
what
yeah.
the night looks like.
Yeah, I think it is.
The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight?
Oh.
Would you give up the beautiful world that you and only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares?
Aw.
Would you give up the beautiful world that you see to get rid of your nightmare?
Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
Dillian's great.
Yeah. Again, like the comments on
For the wilds to protect
depression
you from
and
the darkness,
dealing with it.
because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
All right.
What if this is
And the struggle that people have to accept help and love and, you know, in these situations. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
what if this
Great game.
Yeah. I mean, this is fantastic. This is great. I mean,
you've been fooled before?
this everybody should play this. This is.
They really
fantastic,
should. Yeah.
And it's not demanding at all. Like it's not like Hades where you need to get like. I mean, you need to have some skills in the
Yeah.
learning segments, I guess. But it's not. Otherwise, it's not a very demanding game. And
I mean, and this kind of game where the narrative is the purpose, you can always play it on an easier difficulty and, you know, still get
Yeah.
the same thing out of the story. So,
Max was saying this looks more like direct video than other stuff so far. That's true. Like the Dillian looked like it was like just
person.
like recorded video. That yeah, a person. Yeah. No uncanny valley. All right, but then I guess this is a good stopping point. We've done two.
yeah, I think it
challenges.
is.
This was honestly like so great. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
This was such a blast.
Yeah.
Again, this game is just so special, and I'm really glad that you all are highlighting it. And thank you for letting me join you.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing all your insights and for
Of course.
hyping this game so much. It was fantastic. And let's come back for Hellblade 2 when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can
For sure.
talk some more about like Iceland. It's there, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So,
That'd be awesome.
yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Max.
Yeah, thank you, Max. So, oh yeah, and by the way, for those of you who are watching, so next week we'll be taking a brief break from Hellblade for just 1 week, as we'll be doing a special or the first special in the series on archaeomechanics, is what we're calling it. So we're looking at decidedly non-historical games set in more different settings, but how those games can contain mechanics that reflect like archaeology of like making sense of the game world. And so the first one we'll be doing is Elden Ring next week, a game I won't be playing because I will not make it past the first 15 minutes, but we'll be having Bill Farley, who's been with us for a couple of years ago on Uncharted 4, as well as a good friend and colleague of mine, Marco Coracciolo, who's actually just published a book on Elden Ring and Dark Souls.
Very cool.
So we'll be having some fantastic conversations. So tune in for that next week, and then the week after that we'll be coming back with Hellblade, and the week after that as well. So yeah, have a good weekend, everyone, and thank you again, Sarah, for being here.
Of course.
This was fantastic.
It's an honor to be here. Thanks, everyone.
So bye.